a way of life. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Just wanted to come on here I have a little rant. So, um, I invest in the stock market and I listen to Dr. Boyce Watkins. I really like his perspective on things, some of the things that he shares. So, he was talking about the Tesla and Apple split. And he was just explaining, kind of what it meant. And he went in to say how the split only makes it appear like it's more, which is why it's getting so much hype. And why he felt like we could see this with other companies down, further in the future. And the example he gave to describe that was, think of the split as a pizza. He's like, a whole pizza is just a pizza. But if you slice it up into the 12 slices, it looks like more, but it's still a whole pizza. And my brain was like, oh, okay. Like I was understanding and listening to what he was saying. Keisha, what are you talking about? So the way my brain is set up, this is how my brain works. As I've been speaking a lot about this expansion that I'm doing for my business. And so I'm currently working on my marketing campaign, and this helped me see marketing from a different perspective. Don't ask me how I got there. Just run with it. So I was thinking about the marketing and what I'm learning. I was thinking about the pizza slices as different packages, right? And these packages are contingent upon different things. So let's use clothing for an example. Like right now, it should be like sales for all the summer stuff, right? Everything's on sale for summer things at this time because we're moving into a new season. And how you package it makes all the difference, right? So you would say something like, summer items on sale, grab what you can to be ready for next year, right? Something like that. And then you would start advertising for your fall stuff, right? All these fall items. Let's get ready for the weather change. Um, you know, Back to school, even though that might be virtual, right? So you make things, you make some of those clothings that you're selling for virtual, with virtual sayings, right? Because you have to relate to the people, right? So, um, so it might be both. I know that some places schools are actually opening back up. Others aren't, or they are, and people just aren't choosing to send their children back. Whatever it is, right? You want to make your content relatable to whatever it is that's going on, right? Um, then it can be broken down to different body types, right? So you have the same piece of item that you're selling, but it can be mentioned as so I have, this in small and medium and big women, whatever, if that's even what you have, right? Or children, or for different ages, you can use that one same item, but advertise it for different things, but those are separate packages, right? And I think, and how I'm understanding this is in the long haul, what it does is allow you to break it down in those smaller pieces so that when you do advertising for like social media or Google, I don't know all of them by heart. I'm still learning. But like Google has, if you set something up on Google Ads, it has like the demographics and stuff on there that you can kind of see where you know how well you're doing, so you know how you have to change it or tailor it, as opposed to how people are responding to it, right? That's kind of how you manage it financially. So if you have a budget for ads, you know, you can manage it by way of looking at the demographics for it. And then you can also use those same demographics when you put it on social media for the ads, which is helpful. I say all this like I know it's a pain in the butt to do it, but the system and the structure in place really comes down to allowing you to know how to budget for marketing, right? And so I say all that to say it could be different types of um, so you want to make different packages that are relatable to the different times of the year, ages, body size, and it can be the same product, just packaged differently. Um, so then you can use those tools to help you kind of keep up with how things are going. And then you even have the emailing one, which I liked the most, is because you could do that like a month ahead of time. So say, what is this, end of August, you probably would have started advertising via email for this time like a month or two or three ago, right? And I say that to say, why is that important? Why is that so freaking brilliant? Because me as a mom, I literally was just having this conversation with myself, like with everything that's going on with COVID and being stuck in the house, my budgeting expanded because I wasn't doing as much because we couldn't really do much. So I noticed that I was able to buy extra clothes for summer and things of that nature. And I was having this conversation with myself like 3 months ago, like, oh, I'm not even gonna have to buy fall clothes because ain't nobody going nowhere. But then after I thought about it, like a week or two later, I was mad at myself and I was like, no, wait, I still go out. I just don't go out that often. Right? So I say all that. I used clothing specifically for this reason because it made me so mad that I still had to shop for fall stuff, but I was just thinking about it differently. But that's kind of what advertising is for, right? To help your clients remember that they actually need this shit. And I know you're probably thinking, like, first of all, that's not my job. And you're right. It's not. Here's the thing. This is how America's run, right? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Okay? That's how you make your money. That's how you get your clients. We need that. Fuck it. I'm not speaking for everybody else. I'm going to speak for me. I need that. I needed that reminder 3 months ago that, hey, remember me? You got to go shopping for fall clothes because here I am now, even though I had this conversation with myself 3 months ago already. I still forgot, right? Because we're so busy, especially with, you know, single moms. Or just you don't even have to be single. You could be a two-parent household, and now with everything with the teaching online, and you still have to work, whether that's from home or online. It's been crazy, right? So that's what advertising is for, to help you remember. That's why they play the same freaking commercials over and over again. And that brings me to another point that you can also use like Zoho and repost and things of that nature when you have a system and structure in place to do those types of things. Like when you have it already written out, you take the time to do the work. It makes it easier for you to use things like Zoho and repost so that you don't have to do it. All you have to do is set it and forget it, you know? Not necessarily. You might have to check it every now and again, but you get my drift. um, you know, so you can save time, right? Because I feel like what I've learned over the last few months is that this is going to be about how can I save more time, right? Anything that I can do as a business person to save more time, to be a mother, is super beneficial, and it helps with your budget. I'm cheap. I don't want to spend money. And when you have a system in place, it allows you not to overspend or to spend reactionary, you know, in that kind of way. So my last point um, is to also sell for the people. So like the wordings that you use, you want to make sure that you're being relatable. And how else can we as business people help each other um, gain data, right? So when we're posting all these support Black business posts or doing the reviews, you want to make sure you're also sharing from a business point of view and a personal perspective. You know, how is this product helping you, and what can we do for each other? Not just posting and liking, right? Or getting the likes, right? There has to be a system and structure in place so that we can continue to grow on a level that's allowing us to grow personally and as a business, right? So I say that to say, as a business, I am expanding and I will have a store on my website as soon as it's done. And even though my store will be consistent of like sage, crystals, stones, jewelry and stuff for tarot readers and astrologers to do the work that we do. We need those types of things to hold space for what we do. But also, how can you, as a business person, still using the example of clothing, of course, sell to people like us? Content makers, people who are making videos on a consistent basis. I can tell you right now that is um, a trend, a field that's not being touched. Like, I need clothes to be on video. I can't keep wearing the same clothes over and over again, but sell to me, right? That's what people want. We're selfish. We want you to advertise to us specifically. So also making sure that you can be selling, again, the same item, but packaged differently. So, people who are working from home. Hey, you got to work from home? Get this cute outfit to do your videos or to be on Zoom for business. Even it can even be regular people who are working who have to now be on Zoom and need those types of things. So you want to make the wording relatable to these people. But, you know, what kind of industry are you selling to? There are many different industries out there who only work from home. I would assume that's mostly tech people. But, making sure that you're selling to the different industries. And also, for me personally, I wouldn't say that I would put clothing in my store, but I would be willing to allow people to put ads on my website for that type of thing, because we need that as astrologers and tarot readers. And I can tell you right now, it's an untapped field. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's creating content specifically for astrologers, tarot readers, or people who do video content on a consistent, regular basis. So it's just something to keep in mind. And you'll see it when I start running my ads for all of this stuff. If you're interested, definitely leave a comment and reach out. And with that being said, my rant is over. I hope this information was helpful. Peace.